So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Communion, 1989. Giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. Communion is a 1989 U.S. science fiction horror film based on the book of the same name by Whitley Strieber in 1987. Let's see what the movie poster says. I can't read it. It's blurry. Let me see if I can find a better resolution of the movie poster. Let's see. Here we go. The movie poster goes for $63.80 on eBay. Just to let you know. All right. Let's see. On December 26, 1985, Whitley Strieber had a dream. Weeks later, he discovered his family had the same dream. Months later, he made the most shocking discovery of his life. Now you will discover it. Sorry, I had to look it up on eBay to get a better resolution so I could read the movie poster. All right. Which goes for roughly $64 on eBay. Starring Christopher Walken and Francis Sternhagen. Francis Sternhagen played Alfie Gluckman in the Tales from the Crypt HBO TV show. That's where I remember seeing her. Tells a story of a family that experiences an extraterrestrial phenomenon while on vacation at a remote home in the wilderness, during which the father is abducted and all of their lives change. I was a little confused because it's supposed to be passed on to the next generation. This alien encounter. And the only one who got the anal probe was Christopher Walken in this. And he's a skeptic or an agnostic when it comes to alien encounters. Rightly so. Anyways, according to Strieber, the story is a real-life account of his own encounter with visitors, with Walken playing the role of the author. I think Christopher Walken did a great job of playing a rather banal occupation of novelist. It seems like he makes good money off his novels, this guy, Whitley Strieber. He's got a nice house, and he seems like he's reasonably well off. In 1985, New York-based author Whitley Strieber Walken lives with his wife and child in Manhattan. Seems to be successful. However, he is woken at night by paranoid dreams that someone else is in the room. On a trip to the family cottage in the woods on the first night, the intruder alarm is triggered. Strieber sees a face watching him from the doorway. Bright light fills the cottage windows and wakes his son and 2 other family friends, but his wife remains asleep. Disturbed by this, They all return to New York, and life seemingly returns to normal. But Stryber finds that his work and personal life are becoming affected by recurring nightmares, visions of strange alien beings, including grays, blue doctors, and bugs. This upsets his son and puts strain on his marriage. After an incident at their cottage in which Stryber is so convinced that there are alien beings inside the home that he pulls his gun out and almost shoots his wife, signs that his son is beginning to have the same visions. He's finally convinced to see a psychiatrist specializing in hypnotic regression therapy, Sternhagen. The therapy confirms that he has possibly been abducted by unknown beings, and experiments have been performed on him. However, he's very skeptical about it, and he reluctantly attends a group therapy session of fellow abductees. Eventually, he realizes he has to confront his visions, real or not, and returns to the cottage where most of the incidents seem to occur. He interacts with the alien beings, and he realizes he has been in contact with them his whole life, and it was passed on from his father, and he will in turn pass it on to his son. So I guess after Christopher Walken dies, then his son will be visited by the aliens. The box office for this was $1.92 million. It received a mostly negative reaction, was panned by Stryber himself due to its non-factual portrayal of him. The film was considered a box office failure. It has subsequently picked up a moderate cult following. I guess I'm part of that. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds a 33% approval rating based on 12 reviews, with an average rating of 4.6 out of 10. I think it gets a higher IMDb rating. Let's see. On IMDb, it gets a 5 out of 10. Some critics praised Walken's performance as the highlight of the film. Los Angeles Times called his performance terrific and had Walken dazzles, giving us an intelligent, talented man caught in a nightmare and fearing for his sanity. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. The score was composed by Eric Clapton, though no official soundtrack album was ever released. In 2010, the main theme and end credit theme were released by film composer and former Oingo Boingo guitarist Steve Bartek. Oh, Karate Man's in the chat room. 'He's talking about final score being a ripoff on Sudden Death with WWE wrestler Batista. I don't even know who that is. Let's see. Final score. Uh, 2018. It's on Netflix. I'm going to add it now. And then I'll check out Sudden Death. All right. Well, nice to see Karate Man in the chat room. He's the only one who shows up these days. So, cool. Thanks, Karate Man. Feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm taking the Dayquil. Aluminum shots, 30 milliliters every 4 hours. I barely tapped this car in Martinez. I barely tapped the bumper. There was no damage, so it wasn't even an accident. The lady was driving her son's car, and she said, "It's okay," and then she just drove off. Thank God. Dodged a bullet on that one. I thought I was going to get fired for getting in another accident, but it wasn't really an accident. I told the manager there. And he goes, "Well, sometimes they come back and they file a claim." I said, "I don't think so." This lady looked honest to me. So I think I'm okay with that. Hopefully I won't have to watch safety video, then go home early Monday. Lose my hours, man. That's what I was fearing the most. But I think I got away with it. I think two of the goofball managers quit because they hired a new goofball manager who at least knows what he's doing most of the time. All right. Final score. Oh, man. Nicholas Michael Jacobs is trying to get me to review Genevieve Rises, which I might do today if I can get around to it. All right, I just added final score. At least I think I did. Yeah, that's done. Final score has been added to your queue at position 500. Now, what's a sudden death? What is Karate Man talking about? Sudden death. I see. Well, welcome to sudden death. Karate Man just throws these action memes around, and I can't remember all of them. Maybe I've reviewed sudden death. I don't even remember. Let's see. Sudden death. I'm a little slow today, mainly because I'm on Dayquil. Sorry about that. And partly because my computer is acting slow. But Karate Man's here. Cool. Maybe I can munch on a hamburger while I'm waiting for my computer. My son didn't finish his hamburger. I tried to cook it. Well done. He doesn't like rare meat for some reason. Uncooked meat. I have not reviewed Sudden Death. Can't find it on Netflix. No wonder it doesn't sound familiar. Well, I guess I should go through my Netflix queue and my list. videos always last 20 minutes whenever a Karate Man gets here. That's this one's called A King in New York. Disc 1, A Woman of Paris is on disc 2. This is going to be a Red Scare pro-communist movie from Charlie Chaplin. Oh, man. I'm not looking forward to this. I'll probably watch this in Genevieve Rises. It'll be done. I think Karate Man Recommendation Cop is up to 22 on my Netflix queue, in case you're wondering. Where are all my Karate Man recommendations? They're slowly moving to the top. This year I'm going to be doing nothing but Karate Man recommendations. Adrian can't keep up with them. Oh, Karate Man saying, I thought I recommended Sudden Death a few years ago. Or maybe Netflix did not have it in the US Netflix for a while. Where do you usually keep your DVDs? I'm curious. Oh, I keep them on my shelf. I think I only have a couple. I keep them on my bookcase over there. I read half of my movies from Netflix and I watched the other half on YouTube, although I'm stuck on YouTube with You Bet Your Life. But I'm about to change that when I bump up Genevieve Rises. I've never seen a single Blu-ray. Don't know anything about it other than it's supposed to be higher quality. Next generation DVD. I'm cool with regular DVD because I have a small screen on my DVD player anyway, so it doesn't make sense to have a high resolution DVD on a tiny DVD player. I don't have a television, so I can't watch Blu-rays on a big screen. But I suppose if I had like a 60-inch television, I probably get Blu-rays. Anyways, what's going on here? I was going to pull up my Netflix queue. Sudden Death, 1995. Is it on 2? I don't know if you can hear these maniacs, owners from New York upstairs, screaming and stomping around. Sudden Death is Buy or Rent. Jean-Claude Van Damme. So that's why I haven't added it or reviewed it or watched it or anything, because it's not on Netflix or YouTube. My two sources at the moment, Adrian and Karate Man, keep telling me to use Tubi. Oh, so you're not a fan of Blu-ray either? Okay, that makes two of us then. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what the big hype about Blu-ray is versus regular DVD. I don't understand it. Maybe you can explain it to me. Oh, Sudden Death. Karate Man has on DVD. Cool. He's a big Jean-Claude Van Damme fanatic, that Karate Man. All right. So I showed you A King in New York, which is the next one I'm going to watch. An hour, 40 minutes. This one's going to be painful to watch. I have a feeling. It's pro-communist nonsense from Charlie Chaplin. It's rated G. 1957. Oh, this Netflix queue is taking forever to pop up. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. Oh, there it goes. There's a problem loading my Netflix queue. Sorry. Let's try clicking on it again. See what happens. The muscles from Brussels. That's what he calls Jean-Claude Van Damme. Pretty funny. I thought he was good in Cyborg and also Bloodsport. I haven't seen too many Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I think I've only seen like 3. All right. So next week, I'm getting The Russians Are Coming. The Russians Are Coming. 1966. MASH, 1970. And Richard Pryor, live in concert, 1979. That one's an Adrian mention. All right, I'm going to go down my list now. If I can get there. It's so far down at this point. So the guy who slipped me $100 bill on Thursday morning was actually Draymond Green. And I didn't even recognize him because he's dressed up like a East LA gangbanger. I think he was trying to disguise himself or something. Plus, I don't follow basketball, so I didn't recognize his face right off the bat. The front desk lady told me the next day who he was. And I had no idea. All right. I have no idea who these basketball people are or what kind of shenanigans they're doing. But he didn't want me to give him a parking valet ticket, so I just took his $100 bill and I let him park there for an hour. Paid for my Jiffy Lube oil change. I don't know what business he's doing at 2:30 in the morning. Quite frankly, I don't care. It's none of my business. But he seems like a nice guy. He always fights with his teammates, though. All right. He's kind of like a Latrell Sprewell or one of those kind of characters. Everybody is unique, and I'm not trying to put him down, but He seemed like a really nice guy. All right, enough about Draymond Green, the famous basketball player, or infamous, depending on your point of view. All right, Identity Unknown, 1945 is the first one after You Bet Your Life. I've been stuck on You Bet Your Life episodes list of 126 for the longest time. I don't want to go through it, so I've been taking my sweet time. I think I'm up to 67 now. After Identity Unknown, 1945 is Chain for Life, 1952, Untamed Women, 1952, Texas, Brooklyn, and Heaven, 1948, Beast from Haunted Cave, 1959, Moon of the Wolf, 1972, Hurricane Smith, 1992, Showdown, 1993, Best of the Best 2, TNT, 1997, My Dear Secretary, 1948, The Mystery Man, 1935, Bride of the Gorilla, 1951, Letter of Introduction, 1938, Dick Tracy versus the Mole, Season 1, Episodes 9 through 12, Devil's Island, 1939, Angel Town, 1990, Mercenary, 1996, Night Fright, 1967, DEFCON 4, 1985, Santa Fe Trail, 1940, Renegade Girl, 1946, Passport for a Corpse, 1962, Black Dragons, 1942, Cyborg Cops, Cyborg Cop 2, Drums of the Desert, 1940, Shock, 1946, It Lives by Night, Train to Tombstone, 1950, Deputy Marshal, 1949, Broadway Limited, 1941, Black Dragons, 1942, The Strange Woman, 1946, The Fighter, 1952, Bamboo Gods and Iron Man, 1974, Zero Tolerance, Ulterior Motives, 1992, The Big Chance, 1933, I'll See You in Hell, 1960, Hostile Country, 1950, Three Desperate Men, 1951, The Star Packer, 1934, The Devil's Hand, 1961, My Outlaw Brother, 1951, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Talons of the Eagle, Riders of the Whistling Pines, 1949, Portraits of Terror, The Final Curtain, excuse me, Safe and Effective, A Second Opinion, 2022, Malibu Crush, 2022, Dead Tides, 1996, Easy Money, 1936, Swing High, Sweet Low, 1937, An Eye for an Eye, The Real Anthony Fauci, 2022, Return to the Batcave, The Misadventures of Adam and Bert, The Giant Gila Monster, 1959, Shadows in the Stairs, 1941, The Bigamist, 1953, The Unholy Four, 1954, Triple Cross, 1966, Hold Me While I'm Naked, 1966, Head, 1968, 1990, The Bronx Warriors, 1982, Exterminators of the Year 3000, 1983, Platoon Leader, Penny Serenade, 1941, Creature from the Haunted Sea, 1961, War of the Satellites, 1958, The Black Raven, 1943, He Walked by Night, 1948, They Were So Young, 1954, Whatever It Takes, 1998, One Dark Night, 1982, Cipher Bureau, 1938, Sinners in Paradise, 1938, What Price Crime, 1935, Maytime in Mayfair, 1949, The Strange Love of Martha Ivers, 1946, Tarzan the Fearless, 1933, Monstrosity, 1963, Diamond Trail, 1933. Sinful Cargo, 1936. Youth on Parole, 1937. I'll Name the Murderer, 1936. The Chase, 1946. Impact, 1949. A Stranger in Town, 1943. Half a Sinner, 1940. The Devil's Hand, 1961. Captured in Chinatown, 1935. Rimfire, 1949. Deputy Marshal, 1949. Tales of Robin Hood, 1951. The Magic Sword, 1962. Bandit Queen, 1950. Crooked River, 1950. Marshal of El Dorado, 1950. Colorado Ranger, 1950. Bandit Queen, 1950. Wild Weed, 1949. Strangers of the Evening, 1932. Renegade, Devil's Partner, 1961. Fist of Glory, 1991. Night of Horror, 1981. Jungle Ground, 1995. Scanners 2, The New Order, 1991. Scanners 3, The Takeover, 1992. Scanner Cop 2, 1995. Great Guns, 1941. Saps at Sea. Charlie Chan, Murder Over New York. Best of the Best 4, Without Warning, 1998. Excessive Force, 1993. Don't Look in the Basement 2. The Mad Monster, 1942. And last but not least, Genevieve Rises. I think I'm going to move Genevieve Rises to the top. Karate Man is asking if Forced Vengeance, 1982 with Chuck Norris is on my queue. And the answer is no. It's not. Have I reviewed Forced Vengeance? I don't even remember that. Sounds familiar, though. Let's see if Forced Vengeance is on there. Okay, this is taking a long time. And I'm up over 33 minutes already. I don't blame Karate Man. My list keeps getting longer. Forced Vengeance. Why is it taking so long to pull up my channel dashboard? Forced. Oh, I haven't reviewed it. So, is it even on Netflix? Let's see if I can find it on Netflix. I don't even think they have it. But I'll try to look. We'll figure this out for Karate Man. How do you spell vengeance? Vengeance. There we go. I can't even spell words I'm on this Dayquil stuff. Sorry. Forced vengeance. Your search for forced vengeance yielded no results. Oh, thanks, Netflix. It's not even available on Netflix. Yeah, I told Nicholas Michael Jacobs that I've got so many. I've got so much backlog for my fans and my and other directors. That I wouldn't be able to get to it until later this year sometime. But I think I'm going to surprise him and just skip over the You Bet Your Life stuff since I'm growing tired of watching episode after episode for the past month. Forced vengeance. Oh, it's a buy or rent. Yeah, Karate Man probably recommended it to me years ago. But I couldn't find it on Netflix or YouTube, and that's why I haven't added it all this time. But it pays to be persistent. My two mates from Australia keep mentioning the same movies over and over. And it's a good thing because in the case of Samurai Cop, Adrian kept mentioning it over and over again. And finally it got uploaded to YouTube years later. Rambo for Life is 40. So he's 12 years younger than I am. No wonder he's so obnoxious and disrespectful to me. He doesn't respect his elders, that Rambo Raff for Life. Pretty soon he's going to be an old man pooping and peeing his pants. All right. Cool. Well, nice chatting with you, Karate Man. I'm up over 38 minutes on this Ma. So I'm going to take a little nap and maybe watch A King of New York. Try to get through that. Try to get through Genevieve Rises. Try to get through my Netflix queue faster so I can get to all the Karate Man stuff later.